The blue light. Okay. So many things on the checklist. So, welcome to Tuesday morning. My name is Kat. Welcome. So, like always, I encourage you to listen to your body. So, if things don't make sense, or if you want to do something differently that's going to feel better for you and for your body, this is your practice. And I always want to encourage exploration that feels really healthy for you. So let's get ourselves into a comfortable position, whether you choose to be lying down on your back or you choose to be seated. Just allow for the body to become as open and soft, receptive. And that might mean that as you're coming into this beginning meditation, you might move a little bit, you might shift. Sometimes we have to let the body coax itself into softening. And there's not one path that leads us down. There's many paths that we can observe. So as you start to let the body settle, I want to encourage you to just notice the external world around you. It's almost like we get this little spider sense. You might notice the sounds from the space that you're in. You might notice the way that the temperature in the air feels against your skin. You might notice a little bit more of the internal temperature of how you are today. So any kind of sensations or thoughts, let them all become present. And I want you to allow for there to be some space within the muscles. Usually my first go-to is the face, the brow, the cheeks, the jaw. The lips can separate. And there is this softening that happens, this relaxation of our nervous system as we just create this natural breath. Maybe you need to relax the shoulders, the arms, down to the fingers. Maybe you notice the space around your heart and you allow for that to become really soft. You can notice maybe any tenderness you have around that space, or even in the belly. The hips, the legs, down to the feet, everything just becomes receptive. Imagine your body is like a sponge. We're just taking things in and letting things go. I encourage you to start to let that breath grow. And what does it feel like for you to take in just a little bit more air? Or maybe as you're breathing, and you notice any tension within the physical body, maybe you send some air to those much needed places. A little bit of support and love goes a long way. And just take your time to let the breath grow, the belly, the ribs, to the chest. Notice what it feels like now, even in 5-6 minutes, the change that comes over us when we just shine the spotlight on ourselves, to just assess, to take in. Give yourself 2 more rounds of breath. And if you're seated, I encourage you to start to make your way onto your back. And if you're on your back, just start to bring those knees in towards the chest. You can let the knees just rock side to side a few times, and they can go really far from side to side. And what I choose to do is I bring my hands to the sides of my legs, so as those knees drop side to side, I'm using my hands to just press those legs up. You don't have to use them, but it might feel nice to have additional support. You might even want to choose to circle out the ankles. That can feel quite nice, especially as there's rain. The drop in pressure can create some stiffness within our body. And then slowly extend the legs and extend the arms. Find a full, long stretch of the body. Imagine you're being pulled from fingers to toes. Feel that stretch, that reach, that expansion. And then we're going to take that right knee and bring it into the chest. You can interlace your hands on top of the shin and let the knee rock just a few times within the joint from side to side. Doesn't have to be big. And you can pull that knee in as much as it feels comfortable to find your wind removing pose. Maybe even in this position you want to re-roll that ankle and see if it changes. Now when you're ready, let's just allow for ourselves to come into this supported tree posture. So the right knee is going to open up to the right side. The right foot comes in towards the left inner thigh. You can use blocks, support, a water bottle, anything underneath that right knee if you need to. And I want you to allow for the body to become soft. Notice where you're holding tension. And that tension is very interesting because sometimes when we're lying down, we're still trying to hold ourselves up. So see if there's a way you can just melt down into the ground just for a breath. Take a deep breath in and out through the nose. And then we're going to use that right hand to lift up the right knee. Now the right knee is going to cross over to the left side. You're going to come into a twist. And we can adjust the body any way you need to. So you can use a block or any kind of support underneath the right knee as it crosses to the left. You might notice that the right shoulder comes off of the mat. Does that feel okay for you? If not, maybe you start to wiggle those shoulders into a better place. Now I'm one where I personally like to have a little rocking within my hips. That uncontrolled rocking might feel like a lot of stress, or it might feel like a little bit of movement that can help open up the joints. Do what feels right for you. As an extra additional bonus, you might extend that right leg off to the left side, straightening it, and see if that feels good for you. If you flex the foot, there's a lot of stretch that can happen from the outside of the right hip, the outer leg, the calf, the heel. Take a deep breath in and out. Slowly bending into that right knee. If it's not, come back to center and then extend the right leg up to the sky. Interlace the hands behind the back of the leg. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Now, imagine you're reaching that left leg away from the right. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, slowly release the leg down to the ground. And notice just for that one breath, the length that we create within that right side. When you're ready, bring that left knee into the chest, interlace your hands on top of the shin, rock it from side to side a few times, just getting some opening, being aware of what's going on within the body on that side. And then slowly drop the knee open into supported tree. The foot can go towards that right inner thigh. Arms can relax. Notice how quickly you can get into this receptive positioning. Notice what you're clinging on to. Maybe notice the conversations you have with your own body. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Now slowly letting that left knee lift. Right hand can help guide it over to the right side. And again, what position for this twist feels right for you? Maybe that left shoulder lifts up. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe there's a gentle rocking within the hips. Or maybe a static, still position feels good for you. I always give so many opportunities for movement, for play, because we're not a one-size-fits-all practice, and what you did yesterday might not work with the formula of our body for today. So it's all about being curious. As an option, you might extend that left leg off to the right side and flex the foot. Take a deep breath in and out. Bending into that left knee, come back onto the mat and extend that leg up to the sky, interlacing your hands the weird way behind the back of that left leg. Draw that leg in. As you extend that right leg away, maybe there's a recircling out from the left ankle. Take a deep breath in and out. Release the hands from the leg and lower that leg down. Maybe the legs are the same size, we hope. Extend those arms, extend those legs. Find a full reach and stretch, this pencil position. And then we're going to bend our knees, bringing the soles of the feet down to the mat. Hands go behind the back of the head. From this position, plug the lower back into the mat. Think about pushing abs down rather than pressing them up towards the sky. Notice how there's this scooping sensation that you get. Take a deep breath in right here. Press into the heels, squeeze the glutes, and on your exhale, lift the head and shoulders off the mat. Gaze is going to go between the knees or to where the ceiling and the wall meet in front of you. On your inhale, release the head down. And on your exhale, curl into it. Scoop out the abs. Really try to press belly down to the spine. Inhale to lower down. And exhale to squeeze to come up. Can you relax the shoulders? Inhale, release down. Exhale to squeeze up. Inhale to lower. And exhale to lift up. Use those fingers for support. Inhale to lower. And exhale to squeeze up. Can you come higher up each time? Maybe the answer is no. Lower down. And exhale to squeeze up. We have 3 more times. Inhale, flare the nostrils on the inhale. Exhale, lift to come up. Reestablish the foundation. Inhale to lower. And exhale to squeeze. Last time, coming on up. hold it up at the top, relax the jaw, relax the tongue, relax the neck. Hold it up for 5, 4, belly in, 2, 1, and release down. Hug those knees into the chest. The last one of anything we do should look just as wonderful as the first one. And that's how we start to cultivate this mindfulness of what it is that we're doing with our body. Release those feet down to the ground. Hands go behind the back of the head. Reestablish that scooping of the pelvis, pressing belly down into the spine. Now this time, take a deep breath in. On your exhale, lift the head and shoulders. Take the right hand and cross it left of the left leg. Cross it over to the left. Inhale, yeah, come back to center, hands behind the back of the head. On your exhale, left hand crosses right of the right. So we're just crossing to the opposite side. Inhale, back to center, exhale to cross. Inhale, back to center, exhale to cross. So we've done 2. Inhale, we're going to 10. And exhale to cross. Inhale, back to center, exhale to cross. We're coming up onto 4. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to cross. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to cross. We're coming up on 5. Inhale. And you can come up as high as you want. Maybe you're reaching to the calf. Keep going in your own pattern. Press that head into the hands. Press the hands back into the head. Cross up as high as you can go. Maybe for these last 3 to be exact, each side, you're coming up a little bit higher. Maybe you're challenging yourself. That place where we challenge ourselves becomes this place of strength where we build this foundation. Can you push forward a little bit more, or do you need to pull back? We have our last 2 coming on up. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And maybe you come back to just straight up and down and you don't want to do the cross. It's okay. Last one per side. It's all good. It's all gravy. Once you've done left hand to the right side, you're done. Hug those knees into the chest, and I want you to press your head back into the mat gently. Notice how once you press that head back, that can relax the front of the neck, that can relax the jaw. So I'm going to tell you, we can either do those crunches, exercise 1, we can do those crosses, exercise 2, or you can join with me for this next one. All right, so the next one, I'll walk you through it the first time before we start counting. You are gonna take your hands, they're gonna go by the sides of your hips. You're gonna lift your head and shoulders while scooping out the abs. I want you to press the tongue into the roof of your mouth so we can relax the jaw. And then because those arms are reaching towards the feet, you're gonna take the right hand and try to bring it to the right heel. And so we're curling to the side. Then you come back to center and you curl to the left. Now, if you need support, you can always bring the hands behind the back of the head and still do this curling to the side action, this lateral motion. So the hands are not really reaching towards the feet. You're doing this like curling in, curling in. We're gonna go 20 times. So it's 10 times per side. Here, Gloria, I'll show you. I know, if anyone needs to look at me, feel free. So we're up here and you're just reaching, reaching. And we go a little faster for this one. Does that make sense? Clear as mud? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go a little bit faster. Lift those head and shoulders, curl side to side, side to side, side to side. See if you can go a little faster, just a little. See what that feels like. Yes, press the tongue into the roof of your mouth. Here we go. 5 more times per side, or you can count out. 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. So it feels different. Even though we're doing those motions using our obliques, it's a different sensation. Hug those knees into the chest. Squeeze them. Let them circle. Find any kind of motion that feels right for you. Press the head back. Even let the head rock from side to side. Look over the right shoulder. Look over the left shoulder. Now we're going to come up to a seated position. So hands go behind the backs of the knees. You can rock forwards and backwards or roll on to your side. And we'll elegantly turn towards me. Once we're in this upright position, just bring the right ear to right shoulder and circle it out a few times. So with doing those kind of motions, it can feel really like a strain or tension within the neck. Circle in the opposite direction a few times. So it's good for us to find some motion. You might even tip the head from side to side just a few times, just to relax maybe what was tense. You can come into center, lift the shoulders up to the ears as you inhale, exhale, plug them back and around. And just 2 more times. And 1 more time. Release that right hand down, and on your inhale, let the left arm reach up and over to the right side. Relax shoulders away from the ears. Hold it for the exhale. 1 more breath in. And then on your exhale, float the left hand down, and on your inhale, reach that right hand up and over to the left side. Relax shoulders away from the ears. Hold it here for the exhale. Inhale. This time, exhale, arms reach up to the sky. Slowly release the hands down in front of you. Now, legs could be extended. 1 leg, both leg, whatever feels right for you. Maybe start to let those hands reach forward. Either way, we're still getting an opening within our lower back. Maybe it includes the glute, or maybe it includes the backs of the legs. It's all good. We're going to take our hands and just reach them over towards the right. Take a deep breath in and out. And we'll come back to center. And then walk the hands over to the left. Yeah, it doesn't have to be big. It can just feel right for you, the right size for you. We'll come back to center, and then we're gonna walk those hands back. Now, if your legs are extended, maybe you keep them there. If they're crossed, just switch to the opposite side, because what we do on one side, we just wanna feel on the other. So again, reach those arms up to the sky, inhale, and on your exhale, bring those hands down to the front. Now, test the waters, come on down as far as it feels comfortable. Notice where the boundaries are in yourself. This time we're going to walk those hands over towards the left side. See what that feels like. Take a deep breath in. On your inhale, come back to center. And on the exhale, walk them over towards the right side. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, we'll come back to center. Softly, carefully, and with lots of compassion, walk those hands back. Now bring your hands behind the back. Uncurl the legs. Soles of feet come down to the ground. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, let the knees cross over towards the right side. Take as much space as you need. Inhale, come on up, and on your exhale, cross them over towards the left. And again, that right knee never has to come down to the ground, or it can. 1 more time. Inhale up. Exhale over to the right. Inhale up. And exhale over to the left. Now inhale, come on back up to center. Extend those legs forward. Offer a gentle bending of the knees, and maybe remove some of the cushioning we have from underneath our sits bones so you can feel that connection under the sits bones. Now lift up through the crown of the head. This is our seated staff pose. Relax shoulders away from the ears. Now you could stay right here and just practice this. This is not an easy position to be in. Or on your exhale, start to allow for the belly to come down towards the thigh. So it's like we're folding in half. So many of us want to round into this position. See if you can keep it with a flat back. So you can look at yourself in that side mirror. You can see a generous bend doesn't mean less of a stretch. Sometimes we think about, and I even see it in little kids, they're like, well, your legs aren't straight. And I'm like, I can still stretch just fine with having a bent knee. And it feels good. You know, we protect our joints. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, maybe come down a little bit lower. Now, once you feel like you have that protection in your back, maybe you start to straighten out those legs. And again, maybes are very big, highlighted, bold maybes. What's right for you? Take a deep breath in and out. And one more deep breath in and out. Now slowly walk those hands back, and as you do, you have two options. You can cross those ankles. We're going to shift forward into tabletop, or you can windshield wiper feet off to the side. So whatever feels right for you, we'll find ourselves in tabletop. And once we're in tabletop, maybe tent the fingers, fist the hands, or open up the palms, bring it straight down. Notice this initial position. Wiggle the tailbone a little bit. See what it feels like for you to be in tabletop. Circle out the neck. So as we come into our cats and cows, start to lift that tailbone up. Let the belly lower, and the front of the arms are going to face the front of the mat, and your chest is going to broaden. As you exhale, tuck the pelvis round the back, push it up to the sky, create a rainbow. Inhale, lift the tailbone, open up the chest, front of the arms, front of the mat. Exhale to round. 3 more times, lifting the tailbone, opening up the chest. And exhale to round. And 2 more times, lift the tailbone, open up the chest, slide those shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, round the back. And 1 more time, inhale, lift the tailbone, maybe lift the corners of your mouth. Just notice that like very serious face. Exhale to round. Our perspective and our attitude is everything in life. Let the hips drop back to heels. Come into your child's pose. Not because I mean we should smile at everything, but sometimes we get so focused. And a little bit of like humor, like if you've ever seen kind of an emotional movie and then there's that hint of humor, it just makes it feel just a little softer at times. Not to ever say anyone ever has to smile. Take a deep breath here. Maybe there's some movement within this child's pose. Maybe you want to rock the forehead side to side. Knowing that you can come here anytime you might want to, anytime you need to. Inhale, press yourself up, tabletop position. From this tabletop position, can you tuck your toes? Can you lift those knees to a hover? Pushing into the hands, tuck the pelvis, squeeze those abs in. Notice again where there's any kind of resistance that we're hitting. We're going to hold this here, so squeeze those quads. How do we make something that might feel challenging feel softer, or if it feels really easy for you, how can you engage the body more for 10, 9, 8, 7, shoulders stacked over those wrists for 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those knees, press hips back, child's pose. Relax as quickly as you activate. So find that full spectrum, the yin and the yang of everything we have in life is balance. Within that white part, there is that black part. Within that black part, there is that white part. So there is this whole spectrum of integration that we have. Inhale, press yourself up, tabletop position. Balance is having that mixture. So we're going to lift those knees to a hover, so you can stay right here. This might be a beautiful place. You might be like, I'm just chilling here. Or if you want a little additional fun, you can kick that right foot back. It's a little bit of a mixture of a plank position, and then we tap it forward, and then we tap that left foot back, and we bring it forward. But notice what's happening within that body is we're staying as stable as possible. So I want it to look like in your body as if you're not moving. So the foot that goes back is just tapping back. We're keeping the balance primarily in that tabletop with the knees lifted position. And then we make it our own. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those knees down, press back, come into your child's pose. Circle out the wrists, shake out the head. We're gonna do one more 30-second version of this. So you have two opportunities, two options to do what feels right for you. Inhale, come back up to tabletop. So you can stay with those knees lifted and just chill here. You can do the tap backs, or you can do tap out to the side, tap it in. Tap out to the side, tap it in. Tap out to the side. So there's this lateral motion in our hips that we have. Really important. 30 seconds, you're already through 10. What feels right for you? Can you draw those abs in a little bit more? Yes, can you keep pushing into the ground with either elbows or the hands to protect those wrists? You have 5 seconds left. So breathe, engage for your last 3, 2, 1. Drop those knees, press hips back, circle out those wrists. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, press yourself up, tabletop position. Tuck those toes, press hips back and up. Come into your downward facing dog. Pedal it out. So you can move those feet forward, you can move them back, or you can open them up wide or keep them close in towards each other. Find this full spectrum. Maybe you're pedaling through the feet. Maybe you're trying to lift that tailbone high up to the sky to where the ceiling and the wall meet. We find what feels right for us. Take a deep breath in and out. Now get your feet together at the back of the mat, and on your inhale, take that right leg, swing it up to the sky, and on your exhale, let's step that foot towards the front of our mat. We're going to release that left knee down, so you might stack that mat and grab either your water bottle or grab a block as we come into our lunge position, our runner's lunge. We're going to take it. So last week we worked on that full range of motion. This time, I love this. I hope you don't mind, Amy. We're going to work on small little halos. So we're in this upright position and we're creating small motions. Now what I want from you is to make sure the torso is not doing what's called an undulation. And I love undulations, but we're keeping this right in the sockets. Nice and small. Yeah. And you can use even a strap. You can pull it out if you have a strap. That can feel really quite unique. Now let's go in the opposite direction. Try not to let anything below the shoulders move. Now, if you need to bend those elbows and keep it right here, we go for it. Either arms extended or keep it nice and bent, whatever feels right for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, looking good, 3, 2, 1. Reach up to the sky. Now on your exhale, let's open up to the right side. Yeah, you can release the block from one hand or all the way down to the ground or plop it down. It's all good. Inhale, we're going to come back up to center. And on your exhale, drop the hands to the front of the mat, tuck the left toes, lift the knee off of the mat. So we still have that right foot forward, left foot back. Take a deep breath in here. And on your exhale, lengthen the front leg. Drop the head down towards the right knee. Front leg doesn't have to be totally straight. Feel that connection, back of the leg stretches. Now, bend the left knee. What? Bend that left knee like you're using it as a springboard. And we're going to push ourselves forward and drop that left foot next to the right, coming into our forward fold. Elbows can rest on the thighs, shaking out your head, yes and no. You can come into ragdoll, letting the torso rock side to side. Give yourself just 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. Now bend those knees. Inhale, roll to come up. Circle and sweep those arms up to the sky. And on your exhale, hands come to our heart space. Inhale, reach those arms up. And exhale, sink down into our chair. Inhale, circle, sweep, arms up. This time, twist open to the right on your exhale, just a tall twist. Inhale, come on back to center. And then circle open to the left. Inhale, come on back to center, and exhale, chair. Sweep arms up, inhale. And then exhale, hinge forward. Hands to shins, inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, release hands down to the ground. Inhale, right leg steps to the back of the mat. And then drop the knee down. Grab onto your block, your water bottle, strap. Coming into our runner's lunge position, our lunge position. So again, arms up, elbows bent, whatever feels right for you. Small little motions without letting the whole torso move. We're keeping it tight and sassy, as big as you can move without having the whole body go along for the ride. It's called an isolation that we're creating within our shoulders. Fast or as slow as it feels comfortable. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, opposite direction. Notice the places that start to tense as you do this. Like my jaw, all of a sudden, I'm like gritting my teeth. Keep it soft. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Exhale, twist open to the left side. Inhale, come on back to center, arms up. Exhale, hands to the front. Tuck those right toes, lift the knee off of the mat. Take a deep breath in here. And on your exhale, lengthen the front leg, letting the head drop down towards the left knee. Bending into that right knee, we're gonna kind of springboard it. So I'm always shifting a little bit of that motion forwards and backwards until I can softly press that right foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, bend those knees, circle up, standing. And exhale, hands to the heart space. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, circle, sweep up. Twist open left, standing twist. Inhale, circle arms up. Exhale, twist open to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, chair. So now inhale, come on up. This time, circle, sweep the arms up, sink into your chair to the right. Can't say it fast enough. And if you go in the wrong direction, we're just gonna do it on the other side, so it's all good. Inhale up, squeeze those quads at the top, exhale to circle. Inhale up, and exhale to circle. We're gonna keep going 3 more times. Last time per side, here we go. Come back to center and find chair. Relax shoulders away from the ears. Stay down nice and low. Notice what's happening in your feet, what's happening in the neck. Can you tuck the pelvis, draw those abs in? 2 more breaths, inhale. Sink down lower, exhale. 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. And then exhale, release down. Hands to the ground, step your feet to the back of the mat. Come into your plank position. So from this plank position, can you tuck the pelvis? Can you squeeze those quads? Gaze is looking straight down. You have the option to release on knees. Shake your head, yes. Totally fine. Modifications are signs of wisdom, not signs of weakness, ever, ever. Take a deep breath in. Now on your exhale, shift forward slightly and release all the way down onto your belly, moving any way that feels good. Once we're down, squeeze those glutes, squeeze those quads. Inhale, head, shoulders lift up, baby little cobra. And then on your exhale, release down. One more time, squeeze those glutes. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Gaze stays down, slight tuck of the chin to chest. And on your exhale, slowly release down. Push through either hands and knees or hands and toes. Push up, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Take a big ol' honking breath in and out. On your inhale, you're gonna bring your feet together at the back of the mat, circle that right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, stack right hip on top of left. So I like to imagine there's a string lifting that right hip up. So maybe you lift up higher onto the left toes to make it happen. On your next inhale, neutralize the hips, extending that right leg up to the sky. And on your exhale, hug that right knee into the chest. Inhale, reach it up. Now exhale over to the left elbow with the right knee. Hold it here, or extend that right leg over to the left side, dropping onto the outside of the foot. Release left heel to the right, and reach the left arm up to the sky. Yeah. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, release left hand down, extend that right leg up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, step right foot to the front of the mat. Now drop the left heel down. We're gonna come into our warrior one position. You can circle sweep, arms up, goalpost, relaxing as much as you need to. You could stay static and just feel the connection of the pose, or you can add movement. So on your inhale, circle those arms out, straighten the front leg, circle shoulders, press palms forward, reach on your exhale. Inhale and exhale. So what I like about this is there's movement that's happening within the shoulders. We're always getting that big circle, that pressing forward. And we're working on the function of that right knee. Really important, it stays stacked. We straighten, we lengthen, and then we stack it. We establish that position. You can look at yourself in the mirror to make sure that's actually happening. It's a great thing about having mirrors is they kind of check you. One more time. Reach those arms up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Now on your exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Look forward towards that right foot. Sweep left leg on top of the right thigh. Now from this position, we are gonna focus, Care Bear stare. Let the torso hinge forward like you're bowing to the ground. And then I want you to press that right glute back and then bend that right knee. And your hands can stay on the hips, or I like to bring mine down to that left leg to just help press it open if that feels all right for you. Weight should be in that right heel. Take a deep breath in and out. Now on your inhale, let's slowly come on up to standing. Unhook the foot, left foot goes back, warrior two. So step that left foot back, notice how you plant it. Sweep left arm and right arm open. On your inhale, take both arms, reach them up to the sky, straighten the front leg, and on your exhale, open it up. Just one more time, inhale up, and exhale down. Now I want you, from this position, reach as far as you can towards the right. So we didn't move the bottom half of our body, we're just kind of hooking into that right hip. Now release the right hand into the right inside of the knee, left arm up to the sky, extended side angle. Can you relax the right toes? So there's this slight compression that's happening in the right hip. Can you lift that left shoulder up higher? Lean back as if you're like lounging against the wall. Imagine a wall behind you. Maybe, maybe not. Good, now press into your feet, into both feet, tuck the pelvis, torso comes up. Warrior two. Let's reverse our warrior. Stay low in the legs, reach that right arm up to the sky. Feel the broadening that's happening here. Gaze can look down to the left toes or up towards that right hand. Inhale, come on back, warrior two. Straighten the front leg and dial the toes to the left side of your mat. Interlace the hands behind the back, broaden the chest. And on your exhale, hinge forward, wide-legged forward fold. Now those hands could stay reaching up to the sky or stay at your lower back, whatever feels best for you. And when and if you feel ready, release those hands down. Once they're released down, maybe you're shifting from toes to heels. Maybe you're doing side-to-side lunges. And this is where the part of the practice targets you. You know, what feels right. Experimentation with the way our body moves, flexibility, curiosity is really important. Always stay curious, doesn't matter the age. Life is always going to change. And for us, the expectation can start to create demands. We want to play. Take 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. Okay, so I want you to walk your hands over to the right foot, and then I want you to point all of your toes to the front of your mat. So last week, we've been working on our standing splits. We did it from a standing position down. Now we're doing it from down to up. So shift that weight to the right foot. Lift that left leg up, keeping your hands nice and close to the right foot. See what it feels like to come into it from this position. Take a deep breath in and out. 1 more deep breath in and out. Release the left foot next to the right, forward fold. Let the hands walk to the right of the right foot, and then to the left. You can even bend and straighten the legs a bunch of times if that feels good. Shaking out the head yes and no. Take 1 more breath. On your next inhale, bend those knees. We'll roll up to standing. Circle sweep arms up to sky. And exhale, hands come to our heart space. Open up the arms, deep breath in. A little broadening of the chest. And on your exhale, sink into your chair. This time, this chair, I'm asking for something slightly different. I want you to press your hips back, torso's coming forward at a 45-degree angle. Okay? Now shift the weight over to that right foot. The left arm, left leg are doing work. So you're gonna let that left leg go back, the left hand comes down. I'm using my right hand for stability. You can put it anywhere that feels good, or even leave it down if that feels best. Now, we're gonna bring that left knee in, plant it down. Body's not moving. As you shift to the left, see if you can keep it stable. What I want is right foot back, right hand to come down. I'll take anything. Bring it in. Try not to let that body move. Lefts do the movement, rights do stability. Step it in, and then rights do the movement, and lefts. Now I'm gonna look at y'all. So when I'm asking for you as you're doing this, it's cross body work. This works the brain as much as it works the body. So as you're stepping that foot back, I want you to keep yourself as stable as possible. The other option, if you wanna do a tap back, if that feels better for you, guess what? I'm not gonna judge you, so you don't judge you, right? Yeah, good. We're gonna go for another 15 seconds. I looked at my clock, so I'll stay honest, unless I stop looking. And this is a good way. Cross-body work is really important for our brain. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now sink down into that squat position. A little modification of our Utkatasana. Sink down, pulse it out at the bottom. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up slowly. Embrace it. Squeeze at the top, reach up. And exhale. Hands come to our heart space. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, circle sweep, arms up. Exhale, hinge down through the center line, forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lifted position. Exhale, hands to the ground. Now you have an option here. You can hop or step your feet to the back of your mat to come into your plank. Dealer's choice. Hold this plank wherever you are. Hold it. Now, right foot can tap out to the side, tap it in, or knee. Left taps out, tap it in. So right taps out and then left. And we're gonna move pretty quickly for 15 seconds. Just 15, and you're already through 5. Isn't that great? Time keeps going whether we like it or not. For 3, 2, and 1. Hold and stable in the center position. Deep breath in. Exhale, high plank to low plank, either all the way down or halfway down. Inhale to either your upward facing dog or your cobra. And then exhale to your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in and out. Feet together at the back of your mat. When you're ready, inhale, sweep that left leg up to the sky. Now, bend the knees, stack the hip on top of the other, maybe lift up into the right tippy toes. Imagine a string is lifting that hip up wicked high. Inhale, neutralize the hips as you extend that left leg back. As you exhale, curl the knee into the chest. 3-legged plank. First one straight forward. Both in terms and everything. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cross it over to the right elbow. Now extend the left leg off to the right side. Drop down outer foot, drop right heel down, right arm up. Lots of rights and lefts. We're twisting open to that right side. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, release right hand down, lift that left leg up. Exhale, drop the foot towards the front of your mat. Release right heel down, come up, warrior 1. Reach up tall, goalpost. Yeah. We have the whole other side. So here we go. Stay still or move, right? Drink water or don't. Inhale, reach forward, straighten that front leg, palms forward, press out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So if you get warm in here, or because summer's coming and like life gets warm, can you breathe in like a straw and then breathe out through your nose? It cools off the body. Like a straw, breathe in, out through the nose. Yeah, and really, if you can get that circling of the shoulders, feel that opening. Last time. Now reach those arms up. Find your full expression. We're going to come into our standing figure 4 stretch. So look forward, hands to hips for stability and balance. Right leg sweeps up and over that left thigh. 1, 2, 15 steps. Doesn't matter how we get there. Now, torso comes forward. We're hinging forward at the hip flexors. And then once we're in that forward position, start to press that left glute back and sink into that left knee. You can come down as far as it feels comfortable for you. Notice the rippling and the movement that happens within that left ankle. Embrace it. That strength that we're building. One more breath. And out. Now on your next inhale, let's come on up nice and slowly. Warrior 2. Just unhook that right foot, plant it back, circle sweep the arms open. Yeah. Good, relax the left toes, relax shoulders. On your next inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, straighten that front leg. And then exhale, open it up. And one more time, circle it up. And open. Now stay down low. Kind of hook into that left hip. Reach as you can, like it's almost like a triangle-like position. And then from there, drop that left hand down. Right hand comes up. Extended side angle. Yeah, there you go. There you go. And it should feel different. We're coming into it from a different way. You know, how often you're driving, but the first time you're the passenger in that same drive, you're like, oh, I didn't even notice all of this stuff. That's what this is like. We're now the passenger. Take one more breath. Now press into your feet. Tuck your pelvis. Inhale, torso comes up. Can you stay low in your legs as you dial left hand up, right hand half bind or down towards that right leg. Keep that front knee stacked. Yeah. Good. Inhale, come on back to center. Now straighten that front leg and dial all toes to the right. 5-pointed star or interlace hands behind the back. It's all good. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, hinge forward. Forward fold. And as you come into this forward fold, you can shake out the head yes and no. Open and close the jaw a few times. Side to side lunges. I have to tell you, those are my jam. A day without side to side lunges, I feel like, is not a day. There's a couple things that are my mental, like, okayness. Side to side lunges are one. And for whatever reason, always making sure my microwave is clean. I don't know. But we all have those things, I guess. Give yourself just another 2 breaths. One more breath. So soften your position. Hands go to the left. Toes are going in the same direction. Okay, hands stay nice and close to that left leg or on blocks. As you shift to that left leg, reach that right leg up as high as you can. 2 breaths right here. Inhale and exhale. Look towards that left knee. One more breath. Now this time, plant the right foot to the back of your mat. Hands to the ground. Step that left. Come into your plank, deep breath in. Exhale, high plank, low plank, halfway down or all the way down. Release the feet. Inhale to your upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. We're gonna come into pigeon next. If you like doing it from your back, here's your opportunity. If you wanna do it from the front, inhale, right leg reaches up. As you exhale, bring the knee towards that right wrist. And then plant the shin down. When you release that left leg down, can you pull the hips back? So I do a lot of pulling back. You might want to bring a block underneath that right glute. And you can slowly start to let the body sink down. Now, if you're doing it from your back, you're going to cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Keeping the cross, just hug those legs in towards the chest. You might use that right arm to help press that right knee open. You know, it's whatever feels right for you. If you're lying down on your belly, notice if that left knee is drawing straight down to the ground. You can just kind of even squeeze the left quad, making sure it is. And if it doesn't feel right, then you change it. There's no one size fits all. There's modifications to make it fit our body. Just like there's no directions in life, we just live doing the things we think are right and good and best. Give yourself space to just breathe here. Notice the resistance, the physical, mental. Now, if you're on your belly, you might choose to just stay here, or you might choose to come up onto your palms. And you can just play around with bending the left knee, and you don't have to grab on if you don't want to, and you can still stay flat against the ground if that feels best for you. And if you wanted to bend that knee, you might choose to use either hand to just grab onto the foot and see if that feels okay. And if it doesn't, don't do it. There's never anything to prove. Yeah, it's like the good, bad feeling. You're like, oh God, why? Now we can slowly relax it. If you are on your belly, we'll let that torso come upright. Tuck those left toes in either tabletop or down dog. If you're on your back, release those legs down. We're going to switch to the other side. That left leg will reach up towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, hug the knee in towards the chest. Left knee, left wrist. Foot goes open towards the right side of the mat-ish. And then once that right leg is down, just pull back a few times, see if that feels okay for you. You can use a block underneath that left glute. You can use anything to support you as you come down. Yeah. And just relax. And I like to use my hands too, hot potato style. You can stack them and give a place to rest the forehead if you don't have blocks. And this is all about just meeting ourselves where we are. Right here, right now. Constant evaluation of how you feel. If you are on your back, I encourage you maybe use that left elbow to just encourage that left knee to open a little bit more. Give yourself 2 more breaths right here. And if you want to stay here for the next moment or two, feel free, or come onto your palms and then just bend and straighten the right leg a few times. With any opportunity that you want, to just allow for that right knee to bend, and you can grab onto it. And again, the option can be you don't want to, right? Take a deep breath wherever you are. And out. So if you're already on your back, stay. Just release the posture. If you are facing the ground, come up onto your palms. We're just gonna ever so slickly remove the block if you have one under that left glute. Release down and turn to the back of your mat. Or if you wanna find down dog, you do what feels right for you. Always. And then we'll slowly meet everyone on our backs. Give yourself this opportunity. You can hug those knees into the chest. You can let the head rock side to side. You can extend arms and legs. Now we're going to come into a twist that feels right for you. So the first time I had you do a single leg twist, this time maybe both knees bend and you drop them over to the right side. And it can be a tight squeeze of the legs. There can be a crossing. It's anything that feels good and right for you to let the body find peace. Give yourself a deep breath here. And out. And letting those knees lift and letting them drop open to the opposite side. Again, any kind of twist that feels right for you. Taking a deep breath in. And out. And taking your time as you come out of that pose, one leg at a time or both together. Give a big squeeze in towards the chest. Maybe coming into happy baby for a moment. Before giving space to let the body relax and release into your Shavasana. Noticing what it feels like now compared to where you were at the beginning. The beginning of every journey is so different. We have the luxury of hindsight. Black-Eyed Susans by Donna Falds. It's all here in this single stalk of Black-Eyed Susans. 24 small suns rising on a single stem. It's all here. The whole season of rain and dry days, the summer of sunlight, the waxing and waning moon, crickets, spiders and butterflies with stained glass wings. It's all here, buds and roots, drawing earth blood up through the stalks and shoots, each blossom a universe. No galaxy greater than the ring of golden petals joined at the black center. Answers not found in the fresh faces of flowers are simply not worth seeking. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. And slowly take a deep breath in and let it go. And either stay here or find some movement if that feels right for you. Maybe guiding your body off into a fetal position and using that top hand to press yourself up to seated. And bringing hands into Anjali Mudra, prayer position, either at heart space or by your third eye. May we find gratitude with the day ahead. May we find connection in this present moment. And may we honor the past that has brought us here. May we find joy in celebration. May we find the balance of dark and light. May we embrace. Thank you so much for joining me here today, for showing up as you are and being exactly who you are. All that I am bows deeply to all that is within you. Namaste.